Hola guys, welcome to my channel, and in this video I'll be ranting about my RTX 4090. I was able to finally find time to install this thing into my computer. It's now paired with my 12900K CPU. If you've missed my previous video in regards to me pairing this one with the i3 12100 CPU, check that video out. So yeah, originally, I was planning to make a review on this thing, but there are lots of videos in regards to 4090s now. So just check those videos out, and it's better, in my opinion, anyway. And just check those videos out. But in regards to my video card, it's an RTX 4090 from Gigabyte Windforce Edition, non-OC, all right, the non-OC one. And in regards to its performance, all I can say it's very similar to Founder Edition's performance. If you could check other videos out, it's very similar to that one. Price range, not really, a bit more expensive, but FE cards is not really within reach for everyone. I am from the Philippines. It'll be too expensive for me to buy one from the States and have it shipped here and pay for taxes, you know. So if you're able to find a cheaper way, ordering from the States for the FE card, good for you. And but if you're from the Philippines, I bought this thing from Tech 2027 off of Lazada, and they're pretty good, very accommodating. They might be able to help you out. And yeah, so that's all I can say in regards to its uh performance comparison in regards to FE cards and other cards. Just check other YouTube videos, okay? Right now, what I'd be sharing with you is its user experience. First off, in other videos, it's already mentioned it's a 4-slot card, very similar to Windforce OC version, also a 4-slot card. And you really have to plan your, configuration before actually buying this thing. Me, in my case, I have a PCIe add-in card, and I actually have to buy another one because my board, my motherboard is an Asus stuff ZX690 DDR4. Uh, in my previous setup, I'm using an RTX 3090 uh, custom water loop configuration, and it only occupies 2 slots up until here only. So I'm able to use these slots here. But with the 4090, uh, it eats up all these 4 slots, and I'm forced to use this slot here, which is not really applicable for me because if I put my add-in card there at the last slot there, I won't be able to use the ports on the back side of the computer. Anyway, a USB port A won't fit because the computer case is interfering. It won't let the USB be installed, you know? So mind your peripherals. If you'd still be able to access them even with your add-in card placed at the bottom. That's basically it in regards to add-in cards. Another thing to note is its temperature. Operating temperature, they're fine. I have my AIO installed here at the front side, but the heat it generates that's coming off of the computer, it's really warm. I have my computer there on the floor. I actually have to place a fan just to blow the warm air away from my legs because it's really hot. Even with the air conditioning on, it gets pretty warm down there. So do mind that. And that said, you'd really have to mind your airflow of your computer case. I want to share this with you. I actually have a bunch of benchmarking results here already, but again, guys, it's already been done with a lot of YouTubers, so just watch those videos. And yeah, oops, what happened there? Whoops, there you go. So here, Right now, my exhaust fans are all running 100% with CPU at idle. So my CPU temperature is not affecting my GPU temperatures. And still, I'm getting a GPU temperature of 68 in average and 70 degrees Celsius for GPU temperature, maxing at 72. 100% fans, no problem there. But the fans I have are 3000 RPM fans. Well, the top portions anyway. The top fans, the three top fans are 3000 RPM fans from EK, the Vader fans. So they're pretty loud. They're pretty loud. And uh my aft exhaust fan is an Arctic 2000 RPM fan. And with all those running, the Arctic is not really that loud. The 3000 fans are, though. Vader is very similar to Noctua's 3000 industrial type fans. So if it passes 2000 and up, they're pretty loud. So try considering that. And yeah, so I'm still getting those temperature there. I want to share this video before I proceed. Yeah, here, I just want to say with a PCIe 5.0 12-volt high power cable, with my case, I'm not having any problems with it. It doesn't get hot. It basically maintains about what? Right now, it's 45 degrees Celsius, and but it's the external part of the cable, all right? It's not the ports, not the pins. So I don't have the right tools to measure those. So yeah. So cable bending, those issues, I'm not having them because of my case. So they're pretty fine. The cable at the bottom here, it's pretty close to the fans, but apparently it's not affecting my operating temperature, so that's fine. I installed external fans, two of them. The 60 millimeter one, I used to use that for my X570 board for the VRMs, and the smaller one for the memory modules. I decided to place them here. I used to do crypto mining. I used to put fans on top of the card like this one here to reduce temperatures. So I figured since the looks of my computer won't look any uglier if I place those, I decided to put them there. So that's basically it. And that paper there, I intend to change it with a black one to make it more, eye pleasing. So with that setup, I was able to reduce my temperatures 2 to 4 degrees. Not a lot, not a lot in regards to temperature. Yes, I know. Right now, this has been running for an hour now. My temperature maxed at 70 degrees, 68 for the core, 66 and 67 respectively in regards to its average. Not that much, you might say, but notice my fan speeds. My 3000 RPM is not getting past 2000 RPM, which is a big deal, guys. It's really noisy if it gets past 2000. If you have a 3000 RPM rated fans, you'd know what I'm saying. So I got lost there for a second. Anyway, bottom line is I'm able to maintain 2000 RPM and below, but my fan curve is set up. My fan curve is set up like this. So here, it'll maintain 70% 70% fan speed up until 71 degrees Celsius, and it'll hit 100% if it reaches 74 degrees Celsius. So that's my fan curve. So with this set, with this in place, my computer isn't running that noisily. You know what I mean? So try considering your airflow fan configuration when you get this thing, guys. Uh Operating temperature in regards to the graphics card, no problem. Yeah, but I'm very particular in regards to overall system temperature. Right now, my exhaust temperature is 41 degrees Celsius with a chassis system temperature of 44 degrees Celsius. You have to understand the chassis temperature here is I have a temperature probe sticking right there in the middle of in the middle of the case in the open area right up above the VRM portion of the board. It's here. That's my temperature probe there for my chassis temperature. So yeah, I don't want to get an overall generally high temperature within my computer system. So anyway, mind your airflow, guys. Next one is, um, yeah, the thickness. Last one. The last one is I want to mention is the thickness of the card. Most of us, me personally, I actually have another add-in card in here. My capture card and the USB port cards. I'm forced to remove the capture card and place it in another computer, and just the USB ports I need them there. So that's still in there, but I'm still waiting for the replacement, right? Because right now it's installed in there just so that I'd be able to show it to you guys. But the orientation of the ports is wrong. I'm still waiting for the replacement. So bottom line is if you need to if you need more slots in regards to the PCIe, you'd have to find yourself a thinner a thinner card. Yeah, so
Right
in
now.
regards to its thickness, if you want something thinner, it's difficult to find an RTX 4090 that's air cooled that's pretty thin. So one option is go towards water cooling. And just for reference, here's a picture of my RTX 4090 on my custom water loop. And for comparison, here's the RTX 4090. Right now, in regards to water cooling, I'm really I'm really hoping to have this thing water cooled. The previous card I used was an RTX 3090 gigabyte Water Force edition, where that card doesn't have any tamper seal in on it. So you're actually allowed to dismantle that thing because you'd have to do maintenance on that thing, right, from time to time. So there's no tamper seal on that thing. So even if I remove the water block, the back plate, those stuff, replace it with a new one, my warranty won't be voided. My warranty would still be good even if I dismantle that thing. But with this one here, this one again, I bought it from Tech 2027. Thing with this one here, it's air cooled, it has a tamper seal, and I asked Tech 2027 if I'd be able to, remove that thing, install a water block on it, but they did say it'll void my warranty. So right now, operating temperature is fine. I'd stick to it for the next 3 years. Maybe by then, maybe after a couple of months, my mind will change and install a water block in there. But right now, in regards to Windforce, there's no water block available for this particular PCB. For some reason, I can't find any from Bixkey. I'm pretty sure EK will take a while before they'd be able to have a water block available for this model. If you're into water cooling, try looking into Asus stuff. 4090. I really, I really hoped, or I was really hoping on I'd be able to buy 4090 from Tough. I'm really impressed by its previous designs. But it's too expensive here. Last time I checked, it was about 100, close to 130,000 pesos. And this only cost me 115 pesos, so it's 15,000 pesos more. Eh, I'm willing to wait for a block to become available for this card here. Another one is power consumption. And I have a 12900K, guys, and 4090 now. As you know, as I've mentioned earlier, in my previous configuration, I was running my system in a custom water loop, and with the EK water block together with an RTX 3090 within the same loop. The 3090 was actually affecting my temperature, the temperature of my CPU. Right now, though, I'm using RTX Liquid Freezer 2, and I'm now able to get better temperatures off of that one. So I have to change some parameters in here in the BIOS. And anyway, this is a stress test I did um, for 30 minutes with the 4090 running Furmark and with the i9 running Cinebench. My the maximum power my CPU was drawing was is not being shown. All right, that's neat. Let's run Cinebench. Sorry, guys. It's supposed to be there anyway. If I run this one here, let's use this one. If I run this one here, if you guys could notice here, let's go to this one. Temperature's all fine. Power package, 180 watts. So this is configured for my custom water loop, all right? But just do take note. Right now, my CPU is running at 180 watts. And earlier, during my Furmark stress test, my GPU power, the maximum. Oh, I restarted my computer. I just added this. I just added this video. I just remembered. I just remembered to add in the power consumption. For Mark. There you go. So let's run this one. GPU stress test and go. So now I have Cinebench and Furmark running in the background. So try imagine GPU power right now is 446 watts maximum. And side note, if you guys could notice here, the PCIe power could actually get additional 75 watts, right? Somewhere in that region. Right now, most of the power is coming off from the 12 volt high power cable. So that's nice. Meaning there won't be that much heat coming off from the PCIe slot. So that's nice. And yeah, going back, the GPU consumption right now is about 450 watts. Add in the 200 watts coming from the CPU, needed by the CPU. So that's 200, 650 watts. And to be on the conservative side, let's say total system power, additional system power is 100 watts. So 650 plus 650 plus another 100 watts for the total system power, a total of 750 watts. 750. So yeah, using a 850 watt rated power supply unit would be enough, but it'll run hot, guys. Right now, my power supply unit's rated at 1300, a Seasonic Prime. And right now, no coil whine by the power supply unit. Actually, in regards to coil whine, even my GPU, I'm not sure if it's because I'm not testing this thing in a, in an open system. My CPU case is closed right now, but way back, or rather in my previous 3090 configuration, uh, coil whine was really noticeable because of I was running custom water loop. It's a lot more quiet, but right now, with the fans running, even with the fans running at 2000 RPM, from even with system idle, before I'm noticing coil whine, but right now zero. I'm not hearing anything. But I'm not that particular in regards to coil whine anyway. And yeah, with this system here, I actually had to install my UPS back because my AVR, my automatic voltage regulator system unit, um, it's hot. It was running hot. That was rated for 1,500. No, I'm sorry, 1,000 watts. My AVR is rated to operate at 1,000 watts, no problem. But apparently, doing this thing here, it's hot to the touch, guys. That my AVR was running hot. I'm pretty, scared of it becoming a fire hazard. So I had to reinstall my UPS and use this thing instead. And right now, with two monitors running, or no, right now my one monitor is off. I'll turn it back on. There, sorry, I turned my monitor back on, the other one. So right now, my total system power draw is an 864 watts with two monitors, one computer, 12900K, and a 4090. Power draw is 864 watts, and my AVR was running really hot with 860 watts of power running through it. I had to use my UPS again. The problem with this UPS here is I don't really need it. It's a bit noisy in regards to its fans, but now I'm back to air cooling, so my computer's running quite loud anyway, so might as well use the UPS again, right? But what you gonna do, right? So that's it for my in regards to power. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope I was able to, enlighten someone. Oh, here's another one. Pricing. This card here is a bit expensive, right? Me, in my case, do I need it? No. Do I want it? Yes, definitely. Do I have any regrets? Buyer's remorse? No, not really. I'm perfectly fine with this one. I was perfectly fine with my RTX 3090, but hey, this makes me smile for well, anyway, I'm still smiling now, so no regrets. That's my point. Another is in regards to performance, it's good. 3090 is good. But for you, if you're fine with your system, stick with it. If you want it, buy it. Doesn't really matter. In regards to 4K gaming, spectacular. But then again, the 3090 can perform not as good, but ably, you know? So at the end of the day, it's your call. All right. Now, really, that's it for this video. I hope you guys was a bit entertained. Anyway, as always, see you in the next one.